Have you ever knelt down, whispered a prayer from the deepest part of your heart, and felt nothing happen? Not a sign, not a shift, just silence. And then you wonder, was anyone listening at all? You start to feel like maybe your words just bounced off the ceiling. Maybe God turned his face. Maybe prayer doesn't work. But then you hear stories of miracles, of impossible things happening because someone prayed. And you're left in the quiet, wondering why their prayers were answered and yours were not. It's not just confusing, it's painful, because unanswered prayers feel personal. Let's take a moment to step back. Prayer, for so many of us, isn't just about asking for something. It's often our last hope. We pray when we're desperate, when medicine has failed, when someone we love is slipping away, when we're at the edge of losing everything. We don't just want answers, we need them. But sometimes, even after pouring your soul into a prayer, life doesn't change. Or worse, it gets harder. You might pray for healing, but the sickness spreads. You might pray for love, but the loneliness deepens. You might pray for strength, but still wake up feeling broken. And so, we start to ask the real question: if prayer really works, why do some prayers go unanswered? To understand this, we have to understand something else first. Prayer is not a transaction. It's not a vending machine where you insert faith and get results. It's a relationship. Imagine this. A child comes to their parent and asks for ice cream every night for dinner. A loving parent doesn't always say yes. Not because they don't love the child, but because they do. Now, of course, this isn't to say your prayers are childish. Some of them are for real, life-shattering things. But love doesn't always give what we want. Sometimes it gives what we need. And sometimes, heartbreakingly, it gives silence. There's a man who once prayed every night for his wife to survive a disease. He never missed a prayer. He fasted, he believed, he begged, but she died anyway. And for years, he stopped praying. He couldn't make peace with a God who didn't save her. Years later, he sat in a quiet chapel, not praying, just being. And he realized something. He had spent so long asking for her to live, he didn't see how deeply she had been loved in her final days. All the people who came, the laughter, the little moments of peace. His prayer for healing wasn't answered in the way he wanted, but maybe, just maybe, a deeper kind of healing had been given. One he didn't ask for, one he didn't understand at the time. What if unanswered prayers aren't unanswered at all? What if they're answered, just differently? What if some prayers are not about changing life, but about changing us? What if the silence isn't a no, but an invitation to listen deeper? You see, sometimes the answer comes quietly, in the form of unexpected strength, a closed door that leads to something better, or a peace that doesn't make sense in the middle of pain. But because we're looking for our version of an answer, we miss the one that's already arrived. Here's a thought to sit with. If every prayer was answered exactly the way we asked, would we still grow? Would we still listen? Would we still learn how to trust? Maybe the real mystery of prayer isn't whether it works, but whether we are willing to see the answers, even when they don't look the way we imagined. So now I ask you, what's one prayer you thought went unanswered, but looking back, changed you in a way you never expected? Drop it in the comments. Let's reflect together.